It truly is incredible, the effect of seeing a flexible woman who is sexual. By this I mean she's credible, because her mind's beyond a vegetable, with a bod that's far from spherical. Strong and firm, because she makes it work in ways most girls now choose to shirk, especially in those maturing years when staying thin demands shifting gears and exercising. I met a girl today who made me feel this way. We've met before, but it's been a while. You know the score, kinda like her style. Got her digits without blinking. Could this be rare? Incredible dares to start to share what it is to find someone who binds with you for life? An incredible thing. Like chance meetings that make you think, how crazy is this? Time will tell, but it's tenable, because our timing seemed impeccable. But moving on without love songs, it's incredible how these words expound because of something that could be nothing. Yes, the mind's incredible when thoughts become plentiful and you embrace your mental in ways not detrimental. It's almost like a stencil enabling us to pencil our next move and assemble a way to groove and revel as if you'd won a medal. This piece is existential or just experimental, like new techniques of dental involving new utensils. This verse has one potential, to earn myself credentials, instrumental and essential in showing just how special the use of words can be. Incredible indeed through use of poetry. Professional, exceptional, contextual, collectibles, commendable, indelible, credible and seminal. You just wait and see. Delectable, digestible and legible to read. Prophetical, maybe. When speaking about scenes accessible in dreams, dreams of future themes that change how we now be. Reprehensible, inflexible, susceptible to greed, and acts defined as terrible by hypocrites mostly. The electable intellectuals, contemptible, I believe, whose sentinels directional points to facilities correctional. Man, please, their receptacles need medical so that they can receive a congressional reprieve, free from fallacies, recessional and decimal according to MPs and leaders international who claim to be quite rational when sending expendable teams to make spectacles overseas fit for flat screen TVs or yes for movie screens. That line would seem to be a connectable seam to some expendables 3. But before I own this festival of wordplay intertextual, has this been hypothetical or what's called existential? Well, what it's not is rectal, because it's from my mental and a meeting incidental that somehow got cerebral, poetic and quite regal, exhibiting to people how my unquenchable thirst is exceptional for first as credible, respectable and sensible. Yes, it's intellectual, comprehensible and connectable because it flows like ventricles. It also is commendable, and I'd say incontestable when saying it's incredible. Folks, I'm used to them now. People acting foul because of things that come out of my logical mouth. Logical thoughts that seem to wage war and the mind's now inclined to live in denial. Those with fake smiles and blemish-filled files can't take bitter pills in words that are filled with scalpel incisions that cut through derision they try to be giving. The type that are driven by insecure visions because they are living in a world of pulp fiction. Without any shepherds who put down their weapons and reject vendettas to find something better than waging dumb wars that don't have a cause because they are flawed and have nothing more than petty name calling. Because they are falling into the mire of down below fires where they just get burned because of their words, because they incur the wrath of the righteous who choose to be writers whose station is higher than bullets they fire. But I'm used to them now. Attempts to bring down and see that I frown because my words hound these spiteful young clowns. Spiteful, indeed. Insightful, hardly. In fact, they are deep when it comes to their needs. They seem to need sheeple because they are feeble and have no Knievel to jump over evil. I choose to employ a vibe with more poise than reactive noise. The type that is found where bullies surround. I don't bully heads who are ignorant. They bully themselves, yes, into poor health. The type where heads swell because they're not well, increasing blood pressure that hots up their temper when they should cool down. See, I'm used to them now. Those I confound because I surround their world of insanity with thoughts that are sound. They know they can't deal with me because I'm real and choose not to hide myself behind lies. I choose to express the thoughts in my head even when they upset and make them get vexed. They talk of respect but then choose arguments or worse still make threats, and some even transgress to threats of violence. But it's now plain to see that their reality seems to feed fallacies so that what they believe can feed their deceit about being happy in the lives that they lead. It seems that their hearts bleed to feed their jealousy of expression that's sweet and flies free. Free as a bird when hearing the words that come from Big Verge. See, I told you, don't doubt that I'm used to them now. Girls who be thinking about fisting in kitchens, and men who love these bitches who have all types of glitches, who seem to have a need to be bringing down the V. Because, who knows why? Because I don't lie, because I won't cry over spilt milk, or because I won't will in the face of abuse or threats people use in some vain attempt to see me get vexed and get me upset. Well, sometimes I do. But these days I choose to now take the view some folks have issues that have them confused. Some just want attention in order to strengthen their lack of conviction because their life's rhythm has got something missing. From children to women, some people have prisons that keep their minds stiffened in awkward positions. Transmission's disposition, emitting all this dissing, when if they simply listen, they might be more forgiving. Abolition of positions that work towards attrition might lessen their insistence on giving criticism to those like me who choose to be honest to their core. See, even when I lie, my lies defined are pure. Pure like the force with which I move to settle scores without abuse that shows the weakness in some shoes who seem to have bleakness in their view. They'll say it's me, but now I see it's really them with the problem. Will this nonsense never end? Well, I'm not quite ready to throw in the towel, because now it's not so heavy. Because right now I found that when all is said and done, the truth is this. I'm used to them now. Hardcore. So, what's the score to be seen as hardcore? Being lyrically raw for some for sure, or dropping bombs on heads through songs in native tongues, I guess for some is hardcore stuff. Hardcore words of curse-filled verse like those that run wordplay like cunt. Now makes millions, believe it, son. Is that hardcore or talk for whores whose thoughts are poor when it comes to the cause of really being hardcore? Well, here's the score. My wordplay stunts without taser guns or running gums to prove I'm tough. My hardcore mind creates fine rhymes that expose crimes I see in this life. So my rhyme designs are hardcore lines that take the stance of a righteous man. That's quite a claim. Hardcore insane. Hell nah, I'm playing. My brain inflames pages with brains. Regal, not slave. Unable to break above the snakes, lyrically a sage. You see, hardcore talk inspired this walk towards these thoughts to source lyrical swords. Wu-Tang ensured. Hardcore to your pores with lyrics of war. No blood need pour, but thought for sure. I do implore you bring to the fore to join the cause. Lyricism good for rhythm, incision filled with scissors that cut with skilled precision. You suckers need to listen. Hardcore does not mean killing or ill in penicillin. Is that good for your children? It's just rhyme flows I'm bringing. Hardcore, no, I'm just kidding. See, this is lyricism built with witticism. Joke filled, yes, for the women. Cause jokes help man get in them. Girls who know be grinning. Cause hardcore bros be winning and seeing hoes like vision. I see you chose to live in a world of Western fiction. It seems it's broke, no fixing. No Jims or Joes enlisted. That lies for those with children. It's deeper than you're thinking. Pedophiles who mess with child. My hardcore vibe gets wicked. I fuck them up with quickness. Yes, them and all their siblings. Right now, Big Verge ain't kidding. These evil breeds are sickening. I cut heads off like quicklings. Highlander, slander, hardcore gambler. Take a risk and slit the wrist. I'm in the neck of any hardcore racist head. Hardcore and vex. When yes, upset. Silence transcends to make things tense. I'm a peaceful man, so it doesn't make sense to make attacks hardcore like death. These words expressed have no context, cause this violence rests inside my head. Hardcore, oh yes, until I'm dead. See, I'm a hardcore smoker, well some say joker, who gets through quotas like stocks do brokers. Nope. Not Bram Stoker, African yes, but nothing like Bota. Just a breed of locust swarming, warning those informing. Watch yourself, them cards you dealt may just have spelt a hardcore tale that's gonna damage your health. This set of rhymes is a hardcore right now across the lines of my notepad as my mental grabs these words like slabs with commandment tabs. Thou shalt be raw and lead the hordes like Jew without doors. Thou shalt not force wordplay that's poor. My words were jaws of those on boards, yes, corporate whores. Thou shalt praise war and deal with scorn from ignorant scores who you need to ignore. Thou Verge were born to, yes, adorn pages that source, verse born from thought, the sum. For sure, my son will call hardcore.
Yes, I am the Dark Knight of a different type who still fights crime, no nines, just rhymes. Rhymes designed like spidey webs to mess with heads who bring distress when they should be at home sleeping in beds. No friend of feds whose work defends those gangster sects who deal in death. A hero whose flows dish out them blows that have bad man upon them toes. Yes, I work at night, but when I rise, it's time for guys to recognize their crime designs become benign when this dark night shines like starlight. Because my vibe is down with right. Yes, I am the Dark Knight of a different type. When wrong belongs inside the strong who don't prolong the use of wrong. Hammering jaws, but I ain't Thor. My style of war is lyrically pure, pure like my cause to capture saw. Did you catch that rhyme? Cause that was raw. I now implore crime laws to pause before I draw their cards of war, and but for heads, like Beavis's friend. See, when nights are dark, I hear the hark of those inclined to fight with Stark. Tony, of course, so I'm down with Thor, when avenging for sure, but justice is the league I'm in. Green Lantern dim, not when things grim. No calling for the thing when we be clobbering, cause we stand together, brethren forever. But me, I'm clever, so don't get tied, most ties I sever, cause a lot of crime fighters be down for whatever. So me, I box clever as if my name was Floyd Mayweather. Pugilistic endeavors that create pressure and inflict pain that defeats the insane. Yes, I am the Dark Knight of a different type. Bane ain't got game to mess with the strain that my brain retains. Personal pain, lost that remains, kinda like Cain, not able to refrain from doing what's wrong, cause it feels so strong. The will to fight, the will to die for what I believe in my heart to be right. Meantime, on the side, I got girls who look fly, trying to get time to roll with the Dark Knight. But me, like I say, am a different type who foops like suits when them bodies them tight. Yes, Lois Lane knows, cause once I hit Metropolis, she knew Soups had to go. A kryptonite type flow that proves that my prose makes the ladies wanna roll. But like I said before, yes, I am the Dark Knight of a different type whose essence is to fight. Fight the crimes of criminal minds whose lust for strife leaves them resigned to miss the signs and see the light that shines on nights like I, who stand for more than being lords of war. We stand for a cause that says to you, we can do more than be forlorn because of crimes that take innocent lives. Yes, I'm that guy who has no time for nonsense fights or joining tribes, because my life has a singular vibe. I am the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight.